Number 6. This first video features a shark. You must have come across other videos where the people claim they were attacked by a shark, but this is different. The video begins with the shark in a safe distance doing nothing, just on a spot, and you wonder why. Then the shark begins to move. The tail rewinds and the head comes into the view. This shark has a knife right at the center of its head, and it is stuck deep. Other fishes swim around in solidarity. A few seconds after we see the knife, we see the scuba instructor stretching his hand toward the shark's head. He successfully removes the knife, and the cut is evidently deep. Number 5. Dolphins are cute, but what is not cute is a dolphin in distress. The video begins with a dolphin swimming right through the camera, and just below the position of the dolphin were some professional divers. The dolphin swims close to them, then heads up toward the water's surface and shows up again. Only this time, it gets closer to the divers. It hangs around them, waiting for them to notice that things were not right. This is when one of the divers noticed that the dolphin was having issues with its body fluidity. It was restricted from turning and swerving like usual. The diver swims closer to the dolphin and notices that a line has been cut in the dolphin's side fin. But it doesn't budge. The dolphin moves upward towards the lining of a moving boat and rubs its side to help get the line off, but it doesn't budge. It comes back to the divers and is patient to get the line off. Number 4. A group of divers from the Makana Maldives travel agency were leading a guided dive when they noticed a sea life in distress. At first, the whale shark is by itself, tending to the entanglement it was in, when the divers notice and come to the rescue. They noticed that the whale shark sailing through the side of their ship had been cut into a huge nut of rope that went around its body and pectoral fins. They slowly approached the whale and began to cut into the rope. My God, what material was this rope? They keep going with the cut, despite the thickness, and thankfully, the blue whale is calm all through. After a while, the rope comes off, thanks to the divers. Number 3. The humpback whale comes into view, nothing amiss. But as it swims forward, there is something following closely behind. It is cut between a large fishing net. The fishing net does not completely cover its full body, but it stays just enough to leave a part dragging behind. The part that drags is hooked to its fins and tails. The divers swoop up their knives and divide the duty. One of the divers stays by the side and the other stays at the tail end. They begin to strategically cut through the fishing net, and eventually, all part of it is gone. In happiness, the humpback whale gives one of the Samaritan divers a pat on the head with its tail and swims off happily. Number 2. These divers are in the water when one of the divers noticed that one sea animal was peculiar about coming very close. The animal keeps up with the act, and he begins to notice something strange with the shark. It looked like something was caught in its jawline. He beckons to his diving partner, and while the shark tries to swerve for the partner, the first diver notices the shark is gravely injured. A fishing hook is trapped in its jaw and has caused a deep scar on the head. They guide the shark in its frailty and pain to their boat, where the fishing hook is removed. The shark afterwards sinks to the bottom of the ocean, and they assume she is dead. 3 weeks later, they dive to the same spot, and they meet the same shark. They know it's the same because of the hook scar on her head. Number 1. This sperm whale gets help from a diver that has been following it for 10 years. The whale has a rope tied to the bottom of its jaw and its teeth. But what is worse is that the rope is tied to the bottom of the ocean. This rope must have restricted its ability to move, eat, or enjoy the fun of being a whale. The diver begins to snip at the rope, careful not to cut the whale's flesh in the act. He cuts steadily for 6 minutes. Then, the whale is forced to dive into the ocean deeper than he could follow. After a few minutes, the rope surrounding the whale's jaw resurfaces without the whale. This wraps it up today. Now you see that maybe these animals aren't as scary as we think them to be. Support Captain Drake by subscribing to this channel. Till next time, mate.